Hi, I'm Jason Rady. I'm Director of Engineering at Dispatch.
I'm Leonardo Bautista. I'm a DevOps engineer.
And Dispatch is a platform and a workforce management tool that facilitates real-time availability and communication between home service providers, the homeowners, and service-driven brands. People are making money through our platform. Their livelihood is going and doing these service jobs. So we need to make sure that they are able to receive their jobs and keep everyone updated on their status. So the as high availability as we can get. That's what we're shooting for. I'd used Docker before in previous companies, and it was the clear solution for that. Just because as a guy who was kind of forced into DevOps, I'm not by any means an expert in it. That made it the easiest to do everything we're trying to do. And we're a startup. We need to move very quickly. And one of the decisions we made early on architecturally is we need to have microservices because that'll allow us to scale independently. And if we want to swap something out, we can do it, and we don't have to have a massive deployment. So what Rancher does is it gives us like service discovery, managed DNS, all that stuff we need to have a microservice architecture. And that lets me basically say, hey, a product guy comes to me and says, hey, we need to change this one thing. I said, oh great, it's already a microservice, or we can split it out into a microservice, and we can deploy 3 of these there and test it there and hook it up in your environment here. And it's like just a couple commands at Rancher, right? I just tell Leo, hey man, we need this service in this environment with these new configurations. And you're like, all right, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
I was able to hold off hiring another DevOps guy for months just because it was basically me and a couple other guys kind of plunking around in Rancher here and there, changing configs, changing the scale, setting server labels, SSHing into containers, checking the logs and stuff. So it basically it took the work of 5 or 6 guys and put them into the hands of one guy, which was pretty great for me. Our deployment process is very smooth.
Yeah, it's very, very extremely smooth, I'll say. Yeah, so like the issue that we had the other day, thanks to Rancher, saved our deployment.
Yeah, so the other day we had this thing where it turns out our API was only running on 2 servers, and we thought it was running on 5 servers. So then, all we really had to do was, I was like, Leo, spin up 2 more servers. He spun it up real quick in Rancher. He just hit upgrade, and Rancher automatically booted the API on the new servers, and then our new relic graph went from like 400 milliseconds right down to 50 again. So that's pretty cool to be able to do with just a couple of clicks.
Rancher's great. It just makes my life a lot better. That's it. It just makes everything much better for me.
You'd be out of the job soon, man. Just a couple clicks and that's all I have to do.
Yeah. It's gonna take my job away, but hey. I guess I have that Rancher experience.
I told Leo once he gets everything automated, he can take a 6-month vacation and we'll keep paying him. So
yeah, Rancher's gonna help in that.